Everyone, welcome to class 12 business studies. So students, today I will start with chapter number 6, and that is staffing, which is the third function of management. So let's start with the chapter, and in today's session I will teach you about the meaning and importance of staffing. So let's start with the meaning of staffing. Staffing is the process of filling the vacant positions or the post in the organization with adequate and qualified personnel. So whenever some posts are arising, or some posts are vacant, so the HR department has to start the process of staffing. So it is the process of acquiring, deploying and retaining the workforce of sufficient quantity and quality to create positive impacts on the organization's effectiveness. Students, let's consider an example. For example, your organization goals are set, your plans are prepared, and the organization is properly structured. Now the next step is to provide the appropriate personnel so that every process will continue, so that every process will done accordingly. After the organizing step, after the function of organizing, the next step is staffing. Everything has been done, plans are ready, organizations are ready, the structure is ready, but if there is no person who has to put all the plans into action, then there is no fun of the goals, there is no fun of the planning, there is no fun of the organization structure. So staffing is the process of putting people to jobs. It is the process where we put the right people at the right place, so that all the organizational goals, all the organization plans and all the organizational structure, they can pave the path for the achievement of the goals. So as the staff managerial function, it involves appointing appropriate personnel, developing them to meet all the organizational needs, and ensuring that they are a satisfied and happy workforce. The workers should be satisfied and happy with the task assigned. Let's discuss it in detail. It means appointing competent persons according to the importance of the post in the organization. It means that more capable persons are appointed on more important posts, and comparatively less competent persons can be appointed on less important posts. Or in other words, I can say putting the right person at the right place is the process of staffing. The definition given by Theo Heyman, that the staffing function pertains to the recruitment, selection, development, training and compensation of subordinate managers. It is not the process of appointing only. It is the process of recruitment. Firstly, we have to recruit the staff, then we have to select among all the recruited persons, then the development of that staff, training of the staff, and last is the compensation of the subordinate managers. Now let's proceed towards the importance of staffing function. So there are six important. I have made the list of six importance of staffing. First of all, it identifies the competent personnel. It identifies the requirement of workforce, first of all, to fill in the positions in the organizational structure, and it also selects right people for the right job. It also ensures that people with adequate competencies are employed. For example, our school principal identifies the departments in which there is need of more teachers and work towards finding the adequate teachers. Whenever some posts are vacant in a school, what is the role of principal? What principal does? Principal has to identify those departments in which there is shortage of teachers, and she will start work towards finding the adequate teachers from outside or from inside the school. Next is improved performance. By deploying the right people on the right job always helps every business enterprises to use the all physical resources in the best optimum manner, which leads to higher productivity, better efficiency, and hence improved performance is there. So we can say that with the help of right person, with the help of staffing, when we employ right person at the right job, we can achieve the higher productivity, we can get better efficiency, and of course the performance will improve. For example, the maths teach, if we want that the result of maths class should be is very is have to, for example, the result of maths subject is not good in the school, what the principal has to do, he has to employ some good maths teacher so that he can excel, or he can improve the result of maths in the school. Next is continuous survival and growth. With the help of proper training and development programs, updates all the workers with the changes in the internal as well as external environment. The succession planning for the managers ensure the continuous survival and growth of the enterprise. If we will not update our staff, there should be a break in the survival and growth of the enterprise. The enterprise will start declining if we will not, train and develop our वर्कर्स. हम अपने वर्कर्स को या एम्प्लॉयज़ को अगर हम प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग नहीं देंगे, प्रॉपर डेवलपमेंट उनकी नहीं होगी, तो अल्टीमेटली नुकसान हमारी कंपनी का ही होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वेन एवर देयर इज़ अ चेंज इन द सिलेबस और इन द मार्किंग ऑफ पेपर्स, CBSE board organizes workshops for all the teachers concerned, so that they are aware of the changes, and they are able to incorporate the same in their schools with the teachers, with the students also. And the next is optimum utilization of human resources. Since staffing identifies the workforce requirements, आपको कितनी workforce चाहिए, कितना manpower चाहिए, and plans appointment of people accordingly, और उसके according ही plan किया जाता है. It ensures that there are adequate personnel available to avoid underutilization. There should not be underutilization of the workers, and there should not be understaffing. There should not be disruption of work due to understaffing, so that the work should not stop due to understaffing. The work should not be stopped. So with the help of staffing, we can identify the workforce requirements, and we can appoint according to that. For example, adequate number of teachers in each department ensures that each class has an assigned teacher. When we appoint a number of teachers, when there are number of teachers in a school, then each department ensures that each class has an assigned teacher. And the last is provides job satisfaction and builds morale. Staffing function provides opportunities for growth through internal promotion. Through internal promotions, appreciates and rewards the contribution through continuous appraisals. It always keeps the workforce satisfied and in high morale. Whenever we take internal promotions, whenever we promote a teacher or whenever we promote a employee, it gives a satisfied reaction, or it gives a high morale among other employees. They will start hard working in greed of that internal promotion. When we appreciate or when we reward something, when we give the workforce regular appraisals, what happens? The workforce remains satisfied and their morale becomes high. So all these are the importance of staffing. I hope this importance of staffing has been clear to all of you. Thank you.